All right, hi there, Leo. This is Kim here to do your next 3-day messages for you. And we're going to use Kim Krans' archetype deck right here and her alchemy deck. And then we will break down your 3 days with the Urban Tarot and the 108 Oracle. So I hope you guys are doing good wherever you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. That's always interesting. See where people are all over the place. The mask. The mask. Oh, I have the one too. Oh. 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 And there's, whoa. Wow, Leo. That's big energy. The chosen one. I don't necessarily usually use it, but I do with this particular card because there's a big divine purpose here. Like you are meant to shed some sort of old identity or old role that you have played. It's possibly been going out the door or changing, shifting, because you're the one. You're the one to do this. The 144 frequency or group, however you look at that, might have something to do with this, the one. Because I'm thinking that the one is you. So there is a new role coming in, but it has to do with you tapping into something very special that's just you. It's about you, about your energy. It's about like it just is somebody taking off this layers and layers of who they used to be. But also knowing that it's tied to a divine purpose or plan to do that. It's like optimal time for that type of energy. You're the one to do it. You're the one to show how a different role can be created, or a different, because I don't look at the mask as like falseness or fakeness at all. I just see it as like a role here. And I feel like it's shifting because of energy shifting too. Oh yeah, there is something for you to fulfill. And there's something you might need to say. Speak and you will be definitely heard. Don't hold it in, or don't hold something in at this time. With the oil, vitriol, what you have to say is really important. And then the androgen, it's kind of like a lover's energy that's coming in for the purpose of creating something that there's no name for it yet. That's why I feel like this is something that's being created. It's like a role that's just for you. So of course the old one's going out. I might be being a little too repetitive here when I'm saying that, but I think there's something about that that's very important. I don't know what type of creative project you have or what this might be. Obviously it has no name yet, so you probably don't either. But you might meet somebody. This might be like a night and day personalities, or even night and day, like in comparison, lives in comparison even. What the rainbows are suggesting, this is looking forward to a happy future here. And the blue rose is this new spiritual experience. I feel like you will be giving it a name, though. Yeah, you will be giving it a name. The sun. Look, we have that mortification. It's in Thanatos. It's the death and dying process. Like it's done. Something you've already been through. You've already gone through these stages. Now it's time for something else to be born, or for you to create something and then name it. So the sap of the moon plant, I pick up beauty from this card, gentleness, receiving. It's all of the good things about the divine feminine energy. It's the sap of the moon plant, you know, it's the good stuff. So there's something here that you're meant to receive. And of course you are the sun, so you are being guided here as a pioneer, as a leader. Divine masculine, divine feminine energies. And you have that androgen, so those are interesting just to come out like that. Let's go ahead and do the Urban Tarot. I get a little too into those. Next three day for Leo. Could let me know what the sun, what kind of happiness is coming in. Maybe something about this role also would be great. The Six of Coins, success. It's a success. Also, team. A team, something that works out well for you. Especially like maybe even getting a gift or exchanging gifts. Well, it is coming close to your birthday season. Maybe it has to do with that. But there's some sort of like monetary success here with this Six of Coins. Getting out of solving some kind of issue or situation or problem that has been long or complicated. But with the yarn, I have future financial gain here too, like a future payout after that long, complicated thing. Uh-oh, I have them all the wrong way. I'm sorry. Hang on. All right. 2-2. That's better. 6-2. Okay, so the Two of Cups is love, real love, communication, connection, a choice and a decision. And this is like you tapping into the High Priestess here. So it's, I feel like she's thinking about this, or thinking about, yeah, maybe a situation here with a partnership that's been very delayed or complicated here, or feeling like love in itself is this quest to figure out. Somebody might be contemplating if they need an upgrade in all of their relationships, no matter what that relationship is, because I have the repairman. For some, this might be about, this is a long way, but you know, heal or fix something or make something right. But I also see on there reset and upgraded. So I think something has been very complicated as you step into finding yourself more intuitively. Something is telling you about a connection, and this is on the spiritual, or in the spiritual realm. It's unseen, and you're picking up on it already. So I want to get clarification on why I even just got that message for you, so we can figure out what it is about. Day 2, the Hermit, and the Ace of Wands. What's going on with my cards? They were all in order. I probably messed them up. But there's no like coincidences. You know what I mean? there's this contemplation and there's this thinking of what is. And then there's this other connection or something going on in the spiritual realm. You're thinking about how to wrap up a past situation. Something here that does not make you feel inspired, so that you can go towards something that is more filled with passion and inspiration. And so we're doing a lot of going within about this. I feel like your headache is going to be relieved. I know the cards are acting up right now, but I think that is the message, is that your headache is going to be relieved. This has to do with something from the past. I'm positive of it. Yeah, we'll get clarification, especially if you feel like you're not at ease around a certain individual or in a certain, maybe it's a toxic work environment, like whatever it is that you know that when this energy is present or when you're around certain people, like your body feels it, it feels off, it doesn't feel right. It's because it's trying to tell you something about the energy, right? So something is very likely here. It has to do with what is to be created, what is going to be created, and it's this very likely card makes me think that, you know, everything's going to be fine. A headache will be relieved. You will feel better. Hit the Tower. We have the Four Cups. You know, even though they're coming out like this, guys, I've been reading them in the reverse if it shows up, just because of the whole, there's no accidents here, I don't think. So the Tower is saying big time change for Leo, because on day 3, there is something here about you getting a fresh new start and just allowing that, because for too long there's been settling, that flame going out. Too long there's been settling for something or just staying in a place where you felt comfortable. And this new energy is not about stagnancy and feeling comfortable, not to move with it. Not to move with it and to go with the flow. And so they're saying to allow this to come in because it will be good. Yeah, I think they want you to open up because a calm life is on the horizon here. Something more calm. Something that feels better. It's going to be big, though. This is a big shakeup. Humanitarian, generosity, nobility, balance, calm life, communication, compassion, unselfish, alleviate suffering, benefactor, care for others, and humane. And then the universe saying, open up. We're about to give you something wide open here. Source, infinite, unending. So what's going out is the flame. It does say higher perspective in heaven, by the way. What's going out here? I'm wondering if there's some passion that has left you in regards to a specific situation, a certain person. I've got to look for another. I'm pretty sure I have another candle, but I might not. Oh, I do. I was gonna say that's really sad because I wanted to manifest something here. Yeah, let's do a manifestation candle for what you're about to step into, or this new thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, fire sign, amplify the fire. Amplify it here for what we're wanting to manifest. All right. Now let's see. What was the 2 and the 22 trying to tell Leo here? The High Priestess and the 2 of Cups. What is the High Priestess trying to tell us? What is the High Priestess trying to tell us? Something about a King of Pentacles. This is usually the person who's like committed and does really good with finances or money or something like that. So it could be another person, but that could be what I was thinking about on the spiritual. Oh, for a lot of you all, there's some sort of unexpected offer here that is coming in that has to do with you being independent and free. I think it is actually going to end up being tied to a relationship. But I think first comes the opportunity, some sort of financial opportunity for you, where you become the King of Pentacles. You become the one who's financially free and free from some other thing too here, free from something kind of toxic that's been a spiritual quest to figure out. That could be a very big amount of money for you all. I have celebration and abundance with the Three of Cups. Tell me what the Hermit has figured out here and what is very likely, if you want to just answer that too. Big financial windfall. It's your efforts, though. I feel like it's your efforts. Judgment is a path that, what's interesting is the koala bear has been popping up a lot on my feed here lately, and I didn't check out to look at just koala bears. So the koala bear in my other day says Spirit has a plan. So I think that is also a message with this, because Spirit does have a plan with Judgment. There is some attention to your body or some detail here that has to do with health, rest, and taking a time out for that part. Also feeling like, what is it that we're at and that makes us feel at unease? Can have everything to do with our choices. Maybe there's some sort of escapism going on, or not wanting to look at something very clearly. I think it does involve this. I think it involves a partnership or a connection that is a soul connection. I feel like something here too is like served its purpose here. Now for others of you all, you can actually be in some sort of relationship where you're connected to somebody. But I feel like there's a lot of choices, and for most it's about finding that one. So, okay, let's clarify why this connection is showing up in the first place. The King of Wands. Something that comes in that does allow you to build, and it will be successful. This is new, Spirit. It's going to be... All right, well, for all of you, it will be very different, because the High Priestess, like, there's something here intuitively that you know is coming in. It has to do with, like, soul contracts and that are divinely guided together here. Also, if you are someone who's building a spiritual practice or building some sort of platform where you're a spiritual teacher of some sort and maybe sharing what you know with the High Priestess. But this, my friends, is a very high level divine counterpart, because it's the High Priestess and the Hierophant. It's a perfect blend. There's opposites here, right? There's opposites. There's somebody here who, and I feel like a lot of you all, it's energetically, it's being pulled together. A person who's very traditional, connected to God, yes, connected to the heavenly realms, but then there's you, or it might be vice versa, so you'll have to put yourself in the position. But the High Priestess is that divine counterpart to the Hierophant, but they're more into maybe less traditional type of knowledge. I mean, knowing things that are a little bit occult, or they're a little bit hidden. So there's opposites here, but they're two deeply spiritual people. This is the soulmate. This is the one. This is the two energies that make one. And I think they're both chosen, because both of these energies are chosen to be in a specific position in life where they're guiding others in some way. The High Priestess might do so more intuitively or in untraditional ways. But if you could pick their brain, they know a lot. So that's big. That's a big message of why. Wow. And the Wheel of Fortune. That's the new cycle. That's the new season. It's the wheel finally putting you on top here. Yeah, because, and the reason I keep going back to saying, I know that you have a connection, or that you've had a connection that is significant to the past. But I think that there's more choices available to you, because you're coming to a point in your life where the role is changing, and you're stepping into something very powerful and very, you're going to need, it's like the High Priestess will need their Hierophant, and the Hierophant will need their High Priestess. The Emperor, the Lovers, and Temperance is wanting to pop out too. All right, so tell me what you mean about the Tower. The good news. It's the good news card. It's the Page of Wands. Good news, because you won't be in that Four of Cups energy anymore, which is constantly knowing that the grass could be greener, but then, nah, what's motivating you? Maybe there hasn't been any offers. Maybe there hasn't been, maybe the energy has not been right, or maybe it's been divinely orchestrated right. Certain levels of evolving have to come around for the High Priestess and the Hierophant to be able to come together for each individual. So this is interesting, and there's a baby here. This is the good news card. That one wants to come out, doesn't it? The unexpected offer. I think this devil on the bottom represents abundance for you, because I'm just getting a feeling like something's going to shift here, where the success on the material realm is going to be really good. For others, you just have to deal with this choosing wisely, because of knowing that there's some sort of vice or something that you have been escaping with, that may have been pulling us off alignment for that type of alignment. Jeez. So that's what I have for you all. I'm sending you love and light, and I appreciate you all watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.